Hi, everyone. Welcome back to session 4 of Living Life in Review. I hope you all are doing well and enjoyed our last journal prompt on mental health. This week, we're talking about our senses. So, what are our five senses and how are they impacted by cancer? As we all know, we have taste, smell, sight, hearing, and touch. So, common taste changes that occur because of cancer and cancer related treatment include food tasting different. So, it may taste really bitter, it could taste salty, maybe it tastes really sweet. Maybe foods start tasting bland or they taste the same. And then there is a common occurrence of having a metallic or chemical taste when eating. What are the causes of taste changes? So it could be side effects from chemotherapy treatments, immunotherapy, radiation, other medications that you may be on, surgery and damage to the nerves within the oral cavity, or illness. So there's some things that we can do to manage these taste changes. We could try adding variety to meal combinations. If foods are too sweet or too salty, a few drops of lemon juice can help to balance out the flavors. We can also alternate between food bites, rinsing the mouth with water before and after mealtime to get those tastes out of our mouth, using sugar free gum or hard candies such as lifesavers or lemon heads. And lastly, making smoothies, which can help us to increase our nutritional intake by adding in protein and other nutrients that are important into our daily caloric intake. Smell. Some studies estimate that the prevalence of smell changes due to cancer and cancer related treatments may be between 5 and 60%. So there's a lot of different types of smell changes. We may have absence of smell, reduced smell ability, or a distortion of common smells. And these can be really frustrating for an individual to go through. And our decreased smell can lead to decreased enjoyment during mealtime, poor nutritional intake, and a poor quality of life and life satisfaction. So, what are some ways that we can manage smell changes? So, if we find that you have an increased sensitivity to smells, it may be beneficial to use already prepared meals that you don't have to cook and then smell within your home. When you're cooking in your home, opening up a window or using a fan to help disperse the smells, eating cold or room temperature foods rather than hot food, which has a stronger smell, and taking frequent sips of water to wash away unpleasant taste in your mouth that may be contributing to unpleasant smells. From an OT perspective, it's important that you remain present during mealtime, but perhaps changing where mealtime takes place if the kitchen or the dining room has a certain smell, particularly after cooking. It's also nice to ask friends, family, or neighbors to assist in meal preparation so that meals aren't being prepared within your home. So, sight changes are less common unless you're being treated for cancer of the eye or cancer near the eye, such as in the brain, nasal cavity, or our sinuses. Some of the common side effects are radiation retinopathy, optic neuropathy, glaucoma, cataracts, and uveitis. Symptoms of vision changes include blurry vision or cloudy vision, which can also be very frustrating because we use our vision for so much throughout our daily activities. So the impact of vision changes on everyday life, they can be temporary or permanent, which impacts one's ability to write, drive, or participate in daily life activities. And it's important that you discuss with your healthcare team new or changing symptoms so that we can ensure proper treatment. It may also be helpful if you are experiencing vision changes to start using some type of assistive device, such as magnifying lenses, large print books or print materials, large keyboard, or increased font on your phone or computer. Lastly, there's a lot of different avenues of seeking out support that may be able to assist with vision changes, such as support groups or local resources for individuals with low vision. So there's a lot of different types of devices that are available for low vision. So as you can see on your screen, we have a enlarged keyboard or the Pebble, which is a electronic magnifying glass for small reading material. Hearing, the National Cancer Institute has found that more than half of survivors experience significant hearing loss or ringing in their ears during and post treatment. And hearing loss is permanent. However, efforts have been made that improve access to over the counter hearing aids, which do not require an exam or fitting by an audiologist. So, the impact of hearing on everyday life, it can lead to decreased participation in social activities due to difficulty communicating with others. It can lead to a loss of confidence and self esteem, which increases feelings of sadness and loneliness. And it can also lead to decreased participation in work related tasks. Touch. The literature shows that cancer and cancer related treatments may impact nerves that will affect a survivor's touch receptors. One study estimated that between 57 and 68% of survivors experience some occurrence of their touch being impacted. When our touch is impacted, this may lead to increased falls, numbness and tingling sensations throughout the hand and feet, impaired arm and leg movements, as well as an effect on participation in everyday tasks. So, how can we manage touch changes? So, possible treatment options include going and having a referral made for OT and PT services, depending on your symptoms, using guided imagery, mindfulness, and relaxation to minimize the feeling of touch sensations or pain related to loss of touch, and acupuncture. Other areas to consider, we would like to avoid tight fitting clothing or hot and cold temperatures that increase pain or put us at risk of safety hazards if we're unable to feel how hot a surface is. Use of assistive technology within the home to improve safety and reduce fatigue, and using caution when using sharp objects such as knives. Lastly, it's important to disclose symptoms to the healthcare team to find other avenues or treatments that can reduce pain and discomfort. So, based on the research that's available, it's evident how changing senses can impact various areas of one's life. If you are or have experienced changed senses due to cancer and cancer related treatments, it's important to speak with your healthcare team and find the best treatment options that are available to you. So, this journal prompt is: what scents and sounds remind you of your childhood? Are there specific foods that bring you back to sitting at the kitchen table as a young child? Now, think about the present. What type of music brings you comfort and peace? How has your music selection changed as you've aged? Go ahead and answer that journal prompt, and I will see you back again for week 5, which our topic is on relationships. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you then.